and everything is going to flow very, very well this evening. Technology is going to be on point. I know it. Welcome, everybody, to Team Dragonflies. We have a whole community of people that enjoy our travel club, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how that travel club works. This is a very general overview. We'll talk about lots of different aspects of the travel club. And what we aim to do after this initial call is actually arrange with you a deep dive, a separate call to tailor what we've talked about tonight to what your circumstances and see how we can help you. So my name's Paula. I'm a single mum of four, and I came across this travel club about 5.5 years ago. And initially, it was just to be in a position where I could afford to take my four children away on holiday because it was becoming, I was getting into debt to take them anywhere, even if it was just like a caravan holiday. I was whacking it on the credit card. It just was doing me no good. And I came across this travel club and I thought, you know what, that might help. Turns out it does bloody help. And I take the kids away 5 times more than I ever did before. And I was able to take them abroad for the first time. And now we go multiple times each year abroad, which, as a single mum with four kids, I never thought would be an option for me. And what I'd like to share with you tonight is more about opening your mind to the possibilities of how this can help you with travel. You might think you just want one trip abroad. When you see some of the prices that I'm going to share with you tonight, you'll be thinking, I can do much more than just one. So I'm going to share my screen with you and go through a few slides. If there's any questions at any point, please drop them in the chat or unmute yourself. That's also absolutely fine. Can you see my screen? Can you see affordable travel, exploring the world?
Yeah, saw that.
Oh, there, beautiful. So we are Team Dragonflies. You can see a few of us there with the CEO of the company, and we called ourselves our community that because the dragonfly really evolves and goes through a journey in its lifetime, and it kind of gets through everything despite the odds that are against it. And I think each one of us that are within our community, we've been through our share of troubles and we've got through those troubles despite the odds not necessarily being in our favor. So that was part of the reason that I brought that community together. But another reason is this travel company, it really lifts the lid on how the travel industry works. And what this company has done over the time that we have been a part of it, even before that, it's been around, as you'll see in a moment, for many years. And we're celebrating 12 years. And during that time, we've been there about 6 years of that. During that time, it's absolutely incredible how they've grown. So, just to give you a bit of a statistic, really, you can see the founders there, David and Adela Hart. We have head offices in Temecula, California, and we've also got, I'm just going to move my Zoom information, just bear with me a second. We've also got some offices in Madrid, Spain for the European area. So that's our main office. And we're also in Kazakhstan, which is a unusual, but it's absolutely taking off in that area of the world. But what I wanted to say was the way that this company has grown, on average, for a company for this that's brand new, what you would expect to see is growth, an established company, sorry, what you'd expect to see for growth month on month is what we're seeing is absolutely astonishing. Now, in a year, you would expect to see an established company grow maybe 5 to 7% over a year. We're seeing that every single month. Each year at the moment, we're growing 200% upwards. And that's because people can see the value that we've got as a company. They can see the experience that David, sorry, there's someone else coming in, so it's distracting me. David has been 30 plus years in business. He's an award-winning business owner. The experience that he brings to the table is phenomenal. And he's really built up his reputation in the travel space. And it's brought a lot of things to us as business owners in partnership with his company that are not available anywhere else. They are exclusive to us. And that kind of is reflective in the fact that I think the first 2 weeks of January, we had about 1,000 people take up a membership with us. And we're still, despite being around for 12 years, we're still in our infancy in some ways. But what I want to show you, the Netflix of travel. We call ourselves the Netflix of travel for good reason. Subscriptions are everywhere. But instead of subscribing to watch a movie about a beautiful country, why not go and visit it? That's exactly how we work. You're paying a subscription every single month. Nothing is wasted. That subscription contributes towards what you're going to achieve in the discounts that we have, which I'll show you in a moment. And then from that, you can get discounts on every aspect of your travel experience. So when you're traveling, you're not just going staying in a hotel, you're actually going getting the transfer. You maybe dropping your car off at the airport and you've got that expense. Imagine saving on every single part of that. When you're away, you're going on day trips out. You might go on a river cruise, or you might go and have a walking tour of a city. Save money on that too. Every aspect of your travel is catered for through our membership. We have resorts, hotels, cruises, car rental. You can see everything that we have available through our membership. You're looking at least at 70% discount for all of these different things. And when we're talking about activities, theme parks, you might find that you want to go to Disney and take the kids. So at some point, I want to do that. We'll go to Disney. The money that I save on the theme park tickets alone is huge. But then when I'm also getting the accommodation covered and getting up to 70% discount on that as well, you can imagine that's one trip. So that's how I'm able to take several trips each year, because there's so much money to be saved. Now, there's three aspects to our membership. You can see the Starbucks sign in the background for good reason. The cost of our membership, when you see what I've got to share this evening, what you will think is it's not in your price range. Now, I guarantee it will be in your price range. Our membership costs less than a Starbucks a day for you to have access to everything that I'm going to share with you tonight. The three aspects of our membership include a wholesale search engine. Something that you might not be aware of when you go searching online on the booking.com, on the beach, on those comparison websites, 95% of those websites are owned by just two companies. So when you're doing those comparisons, what you'll find is it feels like you're getting a really good deal. But the likelihood of those two say you're looking at two different ones, the likelihood of those companies being owned by the same company overall is very high. So who is it that they're really serving? Are they giving you that open and honest, transparent wholesale rate? Or are they trying to play you off against yourself, trying to look for that better deal each time? Now, that for me is a big red flag, because I like things to be really clear and open and honest. I want to see justice. I want to make sure that everyone's getting a fair deal. So for us, it's really important. For me, it's really important. We have a search engine that's completely independent of any other company. It is our own, it belongs to us, and it works in the exact same way that they work, but without the commission added. You can imagine booking.com, you've got some big stars there doing adverts and all sorts on the TV. We don't have any of those overheads, so we don't need to add commission. We are not travel agents. We do not book travel for other people. And I kind of say that with pride, because I don't want to take my friend's commission out of their pocket and put it into mine. I want my friends to have the same discounts that I get without me making money each time they book something. So for me, it works really well. It's time consuming being a travel agent as well, but that's something else that I can talk to you about another time. But that search engine availability, to have that flat rate, that net rates, that wholesale rates, we're independent of any other company out there. We've got our own search engine, and it's the basic price that you will always pay with us. The second and third elements of our membership are all related to that subscription that I mentioned. So, like I said, everything that you have with your membership, none of it is wasted. So, that subscription that you pay each month, less than a Starbucks a day, remember, when you're paying that, what happens is the amount that you're paying is actually transformed during the month into travel points that you can redeem on the second and third aspects of your membership, the getaways and the world tours. When you're redeeming those points, you will see the price that you get is better than any agent, any wholesale search engine, any other price anywhere else. No one can beat our getaways and world tours for the prices. As a really quick example, I was looking at the Canaries not so long ago. There was a place for 4 people for 7 nights, and it was £0 for a week. All I had to pay was and this was during Easter. I've not booked it because we've got other things going on. But I was so tempted. All we needed to pay was the government fees, which you have to pay with any booking that you have anywhere in the world. And that was £63 for a week in the Canaries for 4 people. Those are the kind of prices we get. And you can understand there isn't a travel agent in the land, in the world, that will match that. I'm going to share with you a getaway that I've actually been on. Now, some of you might recognize this. It's Pine Lake in Carnforth, just outside the Lake District. It's a beautiful place. And I went and stayed here with my 4 kids. And you can see the lodges on the lake, and the lake does water sports and everything. We went in that pool, it was stunning. And my eldest son actually said after this holiday, he said, that is the best holiday I've ever been on, Mum. For my teenager to say that to me, it was quite an achievement, I tell you that. I mean, we've been abroad and all sorts since this trip. But at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how much I saved. It was absolutely incredible to spend time and make memories with my family. Because it's scientifically proven as well that travel helps with your emotional wellness. It keeps you well, it keeps you sane, and it really helps you to connect with the rest of your family or the people that you're traveling with, whoever it is that you're with. It's so important for our well-being. And if you're saving money like £617 for this week that I had, if you're saving that kind of money, it takes away the financial stress as well. And you can imagine the saving that I've made there, I can book on a different holiday if I choose to. It's absolutely incredible, the member price, 47% saving on this trip. And it's for a week. 4 beds, 2 singles, 1 sofa bed, 1 large double for 6 people. Full kitchen. It was just an amazing, amazing place to go. Now, this is one of our world tours. Before I show you these videos, just to tell you a little bit about what world tours are. Now, getaways that I've just shown you the prices for, where I save 47% at Pine Lake, you can book them at any time, anywhere in the world, and you can get those fantastic prices. They're really good for family holidays if you're choosing to go with your family, and you're choosing a specific place or a specific date that you want to go and travel. Really good. Now, world tours work in the same way, because with the getaways, you're redeeming your subscription points that you're generating every single month of having your subscription. You're paying that subscription fee and you're getting those points back. As you're accruing them over time, you can spend them on getaways or you can spend them on world tours. I'm going to show you this world tour in Prague that I took last year. And with world tours, they are pre-planned, prepaid group travel. Now, when I say group travel, it doesn't mean that you need to get a big boatload of you all, a big coach load of you to go to Prague. What it means is that our CEO, David Hart, who you saw at the beginning, has taken the time to create really beautiful relationships with a lot of hotels and resort providers across the world. And he's come to an agreement that isn't available. The contracts that we hold for these world tours is completely exclusive to our company. It isn't available anywhere else in the world. And they've given us amazing group rates. So what he does is he books these trips as a group, gets a huge discount, and passes that huge discount on to us because we're VIP members of this incredible club. I'm going to show you these videos now, and I want you to guess, just have a think about the trip that we've had, and have a think how much you would pay for a trip like this. It's an incredible city. I don't know if anyone's been. It's just like a fairy tale. And I put these videos together to really capture the essence of like the time that we spent there. It was just incredible. We went to a rooftop bar and watched the sun go down. It was stunning. And you can see my daughter on my next video there. Let me move on to the next slide. How much would you pay for that? Now, if I told you that I paid $1 for that trip, you can see the price there. It was for 5 days. Breakfast was included. And this is another world tour that I'm showing you here as well. But for 5 days, breakfast was included. This is a world tour for Venice now. We've moved on to moving around the world. This is a world tour for Venice. £929. You can see the room is absolutely stunning. But the price that I paid for the Prague trip was also $1 for 5 days with breakfast. And you can see the amount of savings that you're making. And not only that, what you're doing is when you're going on these trips, you can either go. I've done these trips solo. I've been on trips with my family, but I've also been on solo trips. And you can go on your own and decide whether or not you want to be social. Because sometimes I like to have my own space, and sometimes I need to just have that alone time. But sometimes I also like to be around other people. I like to feel that connection. The beauty of our world tours is you get the choice. You can either just go to a place because you've always wanted to go, like I always wanted to go to Venice, always wanted to go to Prague, and I went. It cost $1 for each of those trips. And then I took the time because some of my friends were there that are part of the business, and I took my time and I was able to spend time with them, really quality time with them. But I was also able to just have a moment to myself and breathe as a single mum of four. That is also needed. But we've all got our own reasons why we like to have a bit of space sometimes. Now, this is one of the family trips that I'm talking about that I took. This was in 2023. I went to this very same place last year as well. But you can see the amount of savings that you're looking at again. Absolutely incredible. And those pictures are stunning. The rooms are stunning. The pictures and the videos are all mine. They're not from a brochure or from online. They're actually pictures that I took, and that's some of our team members. And we met people from all over the world, because as you become part of this community and part of this club, you make such amazing connections with people all around the world as well. And it's just beautiful when you get to meet people from the States that you've been chatting online with, that you've made that connection with, you've got something in common, you've got that same mindset where you want to start sharing this with people. You want people to be able to access places in the world that they didn't think they could go to. When you've got that in common, it's a really special thing. What would you pay? As I've mentioned, less than a Starbucks a day, you're going to get access to everything that I've shared with you. less than a Starbucks a day. Now, there's three different levels of membership that you can choose from with our travel club, and there'll be different reasons why a certain level will be more appropriate for you than the other. And that's exactly why we encourage you to come and do a tailored consultation so we can actually find out more about what it is you're looking for and then show you in real time what to expect that you can actually get. Like I said, my expectations were I just wanted to take my kids away without breaking the bank, without getting into debt maybe once or twice a year. What actually has happened is that I take them 5 times a year, sometimes in this country, sometimes abroad. So although your expectations may be like a couple of weekends away, maybe a week away with the kids in the summer, the likelihood is you can get much more than that. But let's have a chat. Let's arrange another call after tonight. So the prices we're looking at, I've left them in dollars. This is an American company. So please feel free to take a quick screenshot if you want to and do the conversions yourself. Got them rough in my head. A silver membership will only give you access to the search engine. You remember I talked about the search engines, 95% of those that you see online are owned by the same two companies. Ours is independent. The silver membership, which is our basic sort of package, will give you access to the search engine only. It's incredible because the rates that you'll get are better than any travel agent rates. You're looking at about up to 70% discount on trips, $69.95 for you to access that initially, and then $52.50 every month after. Now, the titanium and the platinum membership are identical in what you have access to. You have access to everything that I've shown you. So the three things that will stand out for you are the search engine, the getaways, and the world tours. You have access to all of those with the titanium platinum memberships. The difference is the amount of discount you get. So you're looking at the titanium membership, $149.95 to enroll, then $75 each month. That will give you, remember, I talked about those travel points that your subscription turns into. It's more or less doubled. It's 150 travel points every month that you'll get when you're paying your subscription. Gives you up to 50% off the retail getaways. Now, remember, our retail price is still better than an agent's price, and you're going to get an additional 50% discount off that with our titanium membership. But have a switch over and look at the platinum membership, which is our most popular product. You're going to get 80% off that retail rate that we talked about earlier. So you're getting a huge discount, and the price variation isn't a huge amount. So the platinum membership is $269.95 as a one-off enrollment, and then $135 each month. You're getting then 270 travel points each month. Now, to give you a ballpark idea of how many points are going to give you the kind of prices that I've shared with the world tours, that dollar, for example, to go to Prague for 5 days or to Venice, you're looking at maybe 4 or 5 months of having that membership regularly recurring, those points getting banked into your back office is what we term it as. And once those have built up, you can then redeem them and take a trip like what I've shown. What I do tend to do in our call after this, when we arrange a one-to-one chat, I will show you in real time exactly how our system works. I'll show you it with one of our members. It's actually my sister's membership. We go into her back office. She has a membership, but she doesn't really do much with it. So she's not building a business or anything. She just uses it for the travel. So because there's not too much information on there, we use her membership, we go into her back office and we share everything. Or we're laid completely bare and we'll do searches for you in real time. So we'll definitely arrange that. There's also a partnership option. Now, you can get your membership for free. If you refer others to this membership and you're using your link and people are registering to get a subscription with you, if you've got three people that do the same, that are on the same membership as you, platinum, for example, and they take out a membership with you, three people means you're earning enough to cover the cost of your membership. You've broke even, you're starting to get a return on your investment, and you're actually at a point where you're getting paid every single day from the company, and you earn enough through that month for 30 days to cover the cost of your membership. To enable you to do that, you have to be a partner with our company, and there's an additional annual cost to do that. You can be a partner without ever getting a membership as well. And it's $79.95 annually. It'll give you access to a website. So if this is a business opportunity that you're looking for, that's something that you're wanting to do, get an additional income that's really simple to share. And we give you all the trainings, world-class training. We've got a full site dedicated to helping you build a business through this. And like I said, it's a passion of mine because I just don't want to be hoodwinked. I don't think that we should be. It's unfair for the travel industry to do what it does to us. So I am on a mission sharing this with other people and making sure that they're aware there's another way of traveling. And that partnership that you pay each year gives you a website, back office, all the marketing that you're going to need. You will join the Team Dragonflies as well. And we do additional mindset training, social media training. We do all sorts of additional training, as well as everything that you get as part of our partnership. This tells you a little bit more about our referral program as well. And that is everything that I'm going to share with you this evening. What I would like to do, though, is speak to a couple of you to share your experiences. I'm sure you're sick of my voice by now. So Daryl, first of all, and then we'll come to Viv if that's okay. But Daryl, how's your experience been? No problem, Anita. How's your experience with the travel club been? Because we've all joined this club for different reasons. Mine's for my kids. Yours is, well, what's your reason? Explain to us where you're at and how you found it.
Yeah, you found it for me, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And I thought, wow, I mean, because I have a family, I have a daughter who is married, who has with three grandboys. I've got three grandchildren. And obviously, I'm thinking, wow, now this is something they could really take advantage of, the same as you, Paula, with the kids going on holiday.
Yeah.
But then I also, which is great, that's one sideline. My daughter is a member, and she's off to Malaga, that place you showed us just now. She's going to Malaga in March.
Is it in March? Oh my, I knew
Yeah,
she was going back, but
yeah.
that's
It's a
amazing.
really good price, and which means I get to look after the kids for 5 or 6
Yeah.
days, which is wonderful. But that's my present to her, I
You'll love it,
guess.
really.
Yeah, and but for me personally, I'm single. I'm of a certain age, and
Single and ready to mingle, Daryl.
single, ready to mingle. But you know what I mean? I've got single income and all that stuff, retirement income. So I was looking for something that would give me some money and give me some. And when I could combine that with travel as well, I
Yeah.
thought, well, that's kind of a bit of a no-brainer. So you and I went to Budapest, didn't we?
Yeah.
Really cheap. It was amazing. I went on that Malaga trip with you. I went to Prague with you. I mean, I travel on my own and I meet up with my mates when I get there, which
I
is
know.
which is super fun. And so yeah, where else did I go? Last year I went to Crete. Oh, did you go to Crete, Paula?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it was fabulous, wasn't it? It
All
was like
inclusive.
all inclusive. It was just
Beautiful.
jaw-droppingly beautiful. £74 for 5 days, 4 nights, which would have paid for two people and a child.
It was well, I took my girls on that trip. No problem, Michelle. I took my girls on that trip to Crete, and it was funny on the plane. I was looking at like the duty free perfume in the
Yes,
brochure.
yes,
74 quid
yes.
for this gorgeous perfume smell.
£74 for some
And I thought it
perfume.
was really funny because that's what I've paid for the trip. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Thank
yeah,
you,
it
Daryl.
so it gives me the opportunity to see the world at prices I wouldn't normally be able to afford.
Yeah.
It's affordable. I'm independent. I like to be independent. I like to book my own stuff. I like the fact that you can book it yourself and be in charge of everything. That suits. I'm a bit control freak like that, so I love all that.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm not being ripped off.
It builds your confidence though as well, doesn't it? It makes you feel so empowered because I know that I did a live on we were on a live earlier, weren't we, chatting about this? And I know years ago I was looking at booking a trip and doing it all individually. So I was looking at the flights, I was looking at the transfers, looking at the hotel. And everyone at the time, years ago, before I'd even found this travel club, and everyone was like, oh my God, don't do that. You're putting yourself at risk. What if something goes wrong? And I just think we're so blinded. We're independent people. Do you know what I mean? We can do what the hell we want. And when you do it that way, it saves money. But if you're doing it through our platform, you're going to save shitloads. You know what I mean? It's not a small amount. And that's the thing. If it was just a few quid here and there, then I'd go to a travel agent and just do it whatever. But you're saving a hell of a lot of money and you're feeling empowered when you're doing it. And that's a big deal for
It's
me.
just the savings can cover the price of your flights
Yeah.
in some situ,
And more.
whatever you want it to be, really, whatever you want it
Exactly.
to be.
Thank you, Daryl. Viv, are you around? Are you able to tell us a little bit about your recent trip? And just
Yes.
funny story, someone someone's asked me who is on this call this evening. I'm not going to name names, but someone has asked me for information or recommendations for Barcelona. And I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to speak to Viv. She's just been to Barcelona. No, she's not. She's just been to Rome. She's just been to bloody Rome. So the person that's asked me for that Barcelona information, you'll just have to hold your horses. I'll get it to you soon. Viv, tell us about your own trip.
Oh, my Rome trip was absolutely fabulous. It was just amazing. We decided that we wanted to go to Rome because we asked my mum where she wanted to go because it was her 85th birthday in September last year. So this was my gift to my mum from me and my sister. So, but with mum being 85, we didn't want to be having to travel in and out to the centre of Rome all the time. So the affordable accommodation is normally further out and you're having to travel an hour or 45 minutes a day. So we decided we were going to book up with the travel site and we saved 1,400 on our accommodation alone. So that was just spectacular. But what was even better is we were so close to all the major places, like the Trevi Fountain was about 4 or 5 minutes walk away. The Spanish Steps was again about 7 minutes walk away. So we were close to things, so my mum didn't have to walk far either. And so the fact that it was cheaper and it gave us the ability to be closer to everywhere, it was phenomenal. And we did all the trips as well through the travel club.
I love this because you did a bit of a travel blog after it as well, didn't you, Viv?
Yeah,
And I saw
yeah,
you kind of sharing all the different experiences that you'd had. I absolutely adore the way that you did that.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
it was
it
fabulous.
looked like such an incredible trip.
Yeah, we went down to the Amalfi Coast because my mum loves a boat trip. So we thought, right, that's the main thing. We
Yeah.
went to the Amalfi Coast and tasted limoncello and things like that. It was
Oh.
just so lovely.
This
Then
is
we
the thing,
went,
though, isn't it, about travel? Travel, you think of travel and you think, oh, go to the airport, get on a plane, go on a trip. It's not that. It's not that. It's the memories that are made. It's the connection that you feel. It releases happy hormones. It's a
yeah.
scientific fact when you're
I mean,
traveling, it releases happy hormones.
one of
And
the
that helps
favourite,
you make those
sorry.
memories and keep them in there.
Definitely. One of the favourite places was along from the Spanish Steps. So we all posed like Audrey Hepburn and was it
Yes.
Gregory Peck. So we all posed on the steps there and got our photos taken. So then we went sort of opposite there's a wee fountain and then further along the street there was a wee man playing an accordion. So
Oh,
you can imagine beautiful weather,
yeah.
blazing sunshine. It was just warm. It was about 24 or something. And
Yeah.
we sat, this is about evening time, this is about 6 o'clock at night. And we sat and had our evening meal with the accordion in the background. It was so
Yeah.
Italian. It was just gorgeous.
I love that. I love this. And it just fills you with just so much just joy. I absolutely adore it. And it just helps in so many different ways. And this is why, like I've said a few times, I really encourage you to arrange another chat with us, because what suits Viv and Daryl and me and any one of you, it's always going to be different because your circumstances are going to be different, your priorities are going to be different. But we can work those priorities. If it's not for you and it doesn't work out, whether it's financially, whether it's the amount of trips you can take, whatever it might be, if it doesn't work out, that's absolutely fine. But don't pass up the opportunity to check, because this is what we're finding with a lot of people. A lot of people are coming to us. We're not travel agents. We can't book travel for you. We I'd say we'd love to, but I really wouldn't love to. We used to be travel agents. It takes bloody ages. You're not guaranteed to get a payout from the company, just from the company if you're a travel agent. Just no, it's messy. I'm a single mum of four. I don't have time to do the quotes and do the research and do the thing. So the way that we earn money instead is having this platform and helping you, bringing members on board that want to get the discounts that we get. So you book your own travel, you're empowering yourself, you're enabling yourself to travel the world, and you're doing it off your own back. And that to me is huge. If it's not for you, that's okay. But if it is, you're going to save thousands. I counted up towards the end of last year. I think I was at £11,500 that I've saved on travel, paid a tiny fraction of that on the trips that I've taken. And I've used every single aspect of the membership that we've got. Every part of it has been used in some way, whether it's been on business trips, whether it's taking the kids like you've seen on some of the videos tonight, whether it's just whatever it is. I've used every aspect of it and saved 11,500. And you can't do that with other options for travel. So please get in touch with the person that shared this with you. If you have any other questions, is there any in the chat? I don't think there is. But if you've got anything you want to ask in a more private setting, just come and ask us. That's what we're here for. We love questions. Even if you're looking at it and you think, oh no, I don't think you can do that, come and ask us. Let's have those conversations. We're finding people are making conclusions when they've not got all the information. When you've got everything, then you can make a really informed choice as to whether it's for you. So thank you so much for being here. It's so lovely to see you all. And I will see you very, very soon on the beaches of the world. See you later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.